Hey cuties, I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps, the Bold and Beautiful edition. Today is Wednesday, October the 12th, 2022. All right, guys, let's just jump right into this. On a scale of 1 to 10, you know what? I'm going to give it an 8 because we found out more information about Thomas and how he was able to do all of this. Let's go with Deacon. So Deacon is at work and they say, hey, we're missing whiskey and steaks. Do you know what happened to him? And Deacon is like, what? He doesn't, he's like, what? And so then we see, I guess later on, I guess this is supposed to be later on, we see he's at home and he has had a meal of whiskey and steaks. And he told Sheila, you weren't supposed to do that. Why would you do this? And she said, I just wanted to give you a nice meal. She said, so, I mean, I'll take it back if you want me to. I won't ever do it again. I'm sorry. And he was just like, because he enjoyed it. But anyways, so then we see that she tells him, so that means that you were he asked her, so that means you were out and about. She said, yes, but I was careful. No one saw me, not even Nikki Newman. And he's like, how do you know about that? She was like, I was out for a walk, stretching my legs, and I saw her with you. What did she want? Because I find it strange that she was here. We both know her and you didn't even mention it. And he said, what Nikki wanted is not of importance to you. That was a business transaction. Well, not even a business transaction. She just came, wanted me to do something, and it's over with. She's gone. It has nothing to do with it. And she was like, okay, because I find it funny that you didn't mention it. And he said, wait a minute, Sheila, are you jealous? And she told him, I want all that to myself, because I thought maybe she was trying to get that old thing back. And he said, nah, nigga don't want me. Only you want this man, Sheila. Even though Deacon is a looker, and if he had money like the rest of them, they would overlook some of his crimes. Like if he was still rolling in money and all of that, if he still had a bankroll, they would overlook it, because that's how the soaps are. Like, but when you are lower or poor, I'm just being honest, on the soaps, they don't overlook this. Like any wrongs that you've done, they don't overlook it so easily. But anyway, she just tells him, they were really filler, y'all. They were really filler on this episode, but I like Sheila and Deacon. So, and plus we hadn't seen them in weeks. It feels like it has been weeks. So it was nice to see them back in the soap line. So then we go to Taylor and Steffi, and they are just still talking about everything that's going on with Ridge speaking to Brooke. And Taylor just gets to a point where she's like, I can't take it anymore. I have to go. I can't take this anymore. Look at me. I'm sitting here wondering if he's going to go back to Brooke once again. I don't want to be in this position anymore. And Steffi's just like, Mom, stop. He's chosen you. He's just letting Brooke down. And so then Steffi's looking out and she said, man, I can't see what Brooke's saying. And Taylor's like, I'm sure she's talking about their destiny. I could just see the words coming out of her mouth. Destiny, destiny, destiny. I said, Taylor, don't do that. No, don't do that. That is that woman's husband. Like, she's not wrong for coming there trying to fight her for her marriage when that is her husband. Anyways, Taylor just finally says, I can't sit here any longer. I have to go for a walk, clear my head, and be, in a good headspace in case this comes back wrong. I said, now, girl, who wants a man? Taylor, you know you're my girl, but this is exactly what I was talking about. You really want to be with Ridge when at any moment you're afraid, like you're paranoid, you're afraid that he could possibly leave you? Like, do you really want to be that in that type of relationship where you're always looking over your shoulder? You're always wondering if he has a meeting with Brooke, because I bet Ridge is not gonna. And why do they keep acting like Ridge and Brooke don't have a family? Even Ridge says, I'll get to that later, but let's move on, because Taylor leaves out of the room, and I said, you need to go check on your son. So then Brooke is talking to Ridge, and he says, I can't believe you're going to sit here and act like you don't know. And she was like, Ridge, I don't know. Let's get on the plane, go home, and then you could tell me what you're talking about, because I have no idea what I have done. And it's annoying to me that he won't say. She's sitting here telling you, I don't know because she's already denied making the phone call to you. And instead of just saying I know you made the phone call, he's trying to protect Walter, which you already said you would tell Walter it's all good. You told Walter it was all good if something happens to his job. So why not just tell Brooke, I know you made the phone call to CPS? But he won't, and Thomas knew exactly what he was doing, and so Ridge won't say anything, and so Brooke is just lost and confused, and she has no idea what's going on, and Ridge won't say. So he's breaking up with her, and she's just trying to hang on to her marriage because she says, you love me, I see it in your eyes, tell me what I've done. And he just keeps telling her, I want you to say it, I want you to say it. Well, sir, she doesn't know what you want her to say. What do you want her to say? Brooke is so confused. And he's not even narrowing it down for her. And Brooke, how can you not realize what he's talking like? But I mean, honestly, she didn't call CPS. So she doesn't know what he's talking about. You know how someone does you wrong and you're like, you can't believe that they've done you wrong because you would never do something like that to them or any other person. So you would never think to you. That's why she's not connecting that it's the CPS call, because she would never call CPS. And if she did, and I think someone said this before, Brooke, yes, when she gets caught cheating and stuff, she goes ahead and admits it. But for the most part, she's tried to be really honest with Ridge. And if she had called CPS, she would have told Ridge she had called. But the fact that he believes she did this and lied to him, you don't know Brooke anyways. Like, y'all move on anyways. But all right, Ridge, keep this up. But y'all, what was so funny to me was Othello in the bushes looking. What you doing? He in the bushes getting all the tea. Steffi, go and ask him because he know exactly what's being said. I said they gonna give all that information back to Bill and Katie, because I believe it's Bill and Katie that he's listening in on. Because baby, when they had him squatting down and he rolls up, I said, what? Bye, sir. With your nosy self. But that would have been me. I would have been circling around acting like I'm walking. Keep going. But anyways, so Brooke says, it's us, Ridge. It's us. It's me. And he tells her, I'm done, Logan. I have my family. You know how I feel about my family. I say, you have a family with Brooke too. Why? They're acting like he doesn't have any, like, they're acting like Brooke is just some woman that he left his family for, and he just been over there slumming with Brooke. They have a child too. He helped raise Hope too. Like, what are y'all talking about? You're acting like you have no family ties or connection that are as deep with Taylor as you do with Brooke, and I don't understand that. But I don't know, child. Maybe it is what it is. And then he just tells her, I'm leaving, Logan, that this is the end. Goodbye. And so he leaves. And then he goes in, and Taylor is gone, and he says, where's your mom? And she said, she went for a walk. We saw Brooke. And he said, yes, but I told Brooke, he chose Taylor. And Steffi and hugs him. Y'all know I can't stand Steffi. I'm not gonna even pretend that I'm not biased. I can't stand Steffi, and I cannot wait for this to blow all up in her face. I cannot wait. So she's all hugging on Ridge, and he's like, Steffi, no, Dad, it's just so great. I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy, Dad. And Mom was so worried, and I wanted to go out there, but she told me to stay in here, and that you were going to handle this because you had chosen us as a family, and she needed to know that you were going to make the choice. And so then he says he going to go look for Taylor, and Steffi gonna walk her butt outside to Brooke. I say, don't gloat too hard, good sis. Don't gloat too hard, because this gonna blow up in y'all face. But quiet is kept. They say on the spoilers that Steffi is supposed to find out this secret to Thomas, and she not gonna say anything because she knows that if she says something, that her parents, this will be all over. Because it really, this is the only reason Taylor got him. And I like Taylor, but she didn't have a chance with Ridge coming back to her if it was left up to just him choosing. She didn't have a chance. And so anyway, Steffi comes outside and Brooke is sitting down. She just got her heart broken. This wasn't the time, but Steffi is Steffi. So she tells Brooke says, "What are you doing here? What do you want, Steffi?" And she says, um, my dad chose my mom. And Brooke says, "I'm aware. So you came out here to gloat?" "No, my dad decided to be with a decent, respectable woman." And I said, "Girl, you're not finna act like your mama has never cheated on Ridge." But they always forget that part of it, that Taylor is no better than Brooke when it comes to the same thing. And Taylor has slept with the same men that Brooke has slept with just about. But anyways, they moving right along. She goes on and just lets Brooke know it's over. My dad is back where he belongs. And she says, "I know that you're just thrilled because you've been wanting this." And she says, "The hold that you had on my dad, Brooke, it's gone. It's over. He's back with his family, and that's where he needs to be." And she just, I just want to make sure that you understand that. And I said, "Steffi, go, no, go ahead, keep going, because I cannot wait for this blow up in your face." And you know what? I can't stand Ridge or his children. That's what it's boiled down to. I can't stand Ridge or his children. I hate this for Taylor because I do like Taylor. But as far as Steffi, Ridge, and I was kind of liking Thomas, but I can't stand him now either. Yep, I'm ready. So then Taylor calls Thomas and she tells him, "Dad chose mom. He broke up with Brooke. Their marriage is over." And, he was like, "Oh, good." He's so happy about it. He's like, "Now our family is back together." And then they show Thomas where he tells us exactly how he did it. He says Douglas was playing with the little voice app. And he told Douglas, "How many times I got to tell you to stop playing with it?" He said, "But hey, tell me how it works." So Douglas said, "Oh, all you have to do is have a recording of someone's voice. And once they say a few words, it picks up their voice. I guess their vocal cords and everything. And so then you could say whatever you want and it'll just translate it into their voice." And so he was like, "Huh." And so then when everything went down with Brooke and the knife and she threatened to call CPS, Thomas used that when Ridge left the office that day. Thomas stayed behind. That's when he called CPS. He used his phone to call CPS and let them know that Brooke is the one who Brooke he used his phone to pretend to be Brooke. And then he did Brooke Logan, because a lot of y'all in the comments said Brooke would never say Logan. She would say Forrester. And he used Brooke Logan. But anyway, so he showed us that's exactly how he did it. And then he just set it all up for the CPS to come over. And we all knew because he was too calm the whole time. He wasn't upset. He just was adamant to let his dad know Brooke did it. So then we see that Brooke is just walking on the bridge, heartbroken. And I said, "Don't be heartbroken, Brooke. Do not be heartbroken." What I would like to see happen with Brooke is that she starts to date. And she gets involved with someone, because y'all know it's going to take months. But she's not. She's going to wait on Ridge. But I would like to see her get involved with someone and start dating. Oh, sorry about that, guys. That was my sinus. Texas and the weather. And once she gets involved with them, they find out the truth. And she lets Taylor know you were second best. And then she lets Ridge know, "I don't even want you." And then when Taylor finds out that she was the second best, she tells Ridge, "I don't want you either." And they both leave him right where he stands. But we know that's not going to happen. Y'all, that was the bold and the beautiful today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And then now I'm going to get into some comments, but I just wanted to give the review and give an option for some people to, go ahead and go, because everyone doesn't want to hear comments. But just a few comments from yesterday. Oh, yeah, Pam. So Pam said she admires Taylor for stopping Steffi. Yeah, because Taylor needs to know that if Ridge is going to choose her, he's going to choose her for her. I mean, I hate that Ridge won't at least tell her what Brooke has done, because Taylor thinks he had a choice between us two, and my love for him and our love won out. But that's not what happened. Actually, I forgot to put Taylor and Ridge on here because she does go in and he finds her and he tells her that yeah, he chose her and everything. But they just kiss and that's how that ends. But I'm glad that she told him that, but I hate that the fact that she doesn't know that she really didn't win. He's still just mad at Brooke, just like in Monaco when he kissed her because he was mad. And Kim says, I was shocked when Thomas said he was the one that called child services on Brooks. Oh my gosh. So Brooke is not guilty at all. Wait until Rich hears this. I can't wait to see how this plays out. Love from Canada. Happy Wednesday. Oh, I forget it's okay. Yeah. Thank you, Kim. And yes, I mean, we had all been thinking that, but I was going back and forth about just maybe he didn't do it. But I just couldn't see Brooke doing it. So at one point I thought the spoilers were that they were gonna have Douglas do it. But then when they made Douglas younger, I said, nope, they can't be wanting Douglas to have called because they made him younger. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Yeah, I thought he had turned good as well, Kim, but nope. And Reflections of Sunlight says, I knew Thomas set Brooke up with that voice app. Now, how will they find out that he did it? Why is Ridge just standing there staring at Brooke while she begs to know what's going on? Poor Brooke. I knew Thomas reverted back to his old ways. Eric was standing firm with his sweetheart, and Brooke and Ridge laughed. He was right, Steffi. They're learning the very moment that it's never too late for Brooke and Ridge. They were nervous at the window, and the way Eric was looking at Thomas, yeah, I know it was yesterday's episode. The way Eric, because Eric, you know what would be great? I know they say Donna is supposed to find out or Steffi, but I would love for Eric to find out that Thomas was the one who actually did this. I would like to see how that plays out. Darnell says, I also said it was Thomas. I knew Tommy Boy was still as slippery as a pocket full of ills. He is good at conniving, mostly naive women that is raining outside. How many times can a man be played with such ease by his self-righteous kids? Oh my gosh, that is the big thing for me. Like, how many times, because he already knows what Thomas did to Brooke about the champagne, and nothing in his mind, well, not what Thomas did, but what the secret he held, and nothing in Ridge's mind said, oh, maybe Brooke didn't have anything to do with this. Jenna says, I haven't watched Bold in months. Geez, will Steffi and Thomas stop believing this little kids trying to force their parents to behaving like little kids trying to force their parents together? After all that, their manipulation, Ridge will always end up with Brooke. It is what it is. And I feel like that too. And that's what I hate for Taylor, because he's going to end up with Brooke at the end of the day. Eric says, I will give it a 10 just because of the reveal. If Ridge was smart, just get caller ID from CPS and see that was the cell phone number. Yes, I've been meaning to say that in the reviews. Like, why don't he just look if he has any questions about it? See, because if he had confronted Brooke, they could have just pulled the CPS number. They should have asked Walter, well, what number did it come from? And then they would see that it came from Thomas's phone, but they didn't do that. So it is what it is. Eleanor Brown said, Thomas is at it again. Yes, he is, unfortunately. Lisa said, the writers are ruining the character of Thomas. They might as well kill him off the show. So this way Douglas will never end up living with him. I feel like they're doing him like Sheila. They know Thomas has a fan base. They know people want to see that Thomas changes. The same way about Sheila. Like, I'm still a Sheila fan, even though Sheila does horrible things. I'm still a Sheila fan. Now, Thomas, I was always on the fence about. I was hoping that he would change so we could root for the character, but I can't. I can't with him. He's not, like, I don't have history with him like I do with Sheila, so I can't. Daniel says, and made him evil again. Now get Sheila going after, because Brooke threatened to Sheila Carter with her son. I don't know. I don't know. You know what would be perfect is Sheila actually found out what Thomas has done and she uses that against him. That would be perfect, because he would not tell, so he would have to work with Sheila because he wants his parent together. Victoria said, I knew it. Lanikia, the family is toxic and crazy. They need professional help. Yeah, Thomas, he needs professional help. And Pamela G says Ridge needs to just turn and get Taylor and jump on the jet and leave. I don't like Brooke's attitude. She always demands things. I won't allow it. We are going to work home and working this out. She gets on my nerves. I love the fact that she does that though. She's like, I won't allow it. And I'm like, Brooke, what are you gonna do to stop it? But yeah, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for our new episode of What Happened on the Soaps, the Bold and the Beautiful edition. Goodbye.